Welcome to the art and science of difficult conversations. I'm Chris.
And I'm Lucie, and we love having difficult conversations.
That's right. And each week we'll either share a tip, hear how others have gotten better at difficult conversations, or demonstrate common difficult conversations and what to do and what not to do.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so for this first one, how do you delegate to a staff member who keeps pushing back on your delegation? So that's the essence of how do you get an employee to do something that they essentially keep not wanting to do. And Lucie, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, in this scenario, I'm going to be the manager.
Yep.
And Chris is the unfortunate employee and team member.
Yeah. I think it's important to share because I think other people will see different details. But in this scenario, let's imagine we're a small team. You know, Lucie's our manager. There's 5 of us on the team, and somebody has left / been fired for not doing a very good job. And so now it falls on me to take on most of his tasks, the guy that left. And a lot of his tasks are a lot financial based. So reconciliation, financial reporting, receipts, and I'm just going to push back. And so let's see first how not to do this conversation at all.
Hey, Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. All right. How you feeling, Lucie?
Okay, thank you. It's a lot of work. And talking about lots of work, as you know, James left our team.
Yeah.
And
that's okay. I think it's fine for us.
Yeah, and well, there's one thing. James had responsibility to reconcile the 3 accounts that he was responsible for.
Yeah.
And I need the reconciliation by the end of the week. And I know today's Monday, and by Friday, ideally, because he left unexpectedly, we really need to get it done. So I really wanted to ask for your help and basically let you know that you need to get it done if you can get it done
That's
by
not gonna happen.
Friday.
That's not gonna happen, Lucie. Lucie, that's not my job. It's not in my job description. And you can't force me to do it. I don't want to do it.
You're part of the team. You're getting paid for and the company pays you because the company needs you to do the work. And it doesn't really matter if this was your work or not. Now it is your work. And I'm sorry, but if you want to keep receiving the pay, you gotta do the work, Chris. I'm sorry. So I think this is not up to discussion or negotiation.
But Lucie, I am doing the work, right? But of the job description that you gave me that I signed when I started here, I am doing that work.
Yeah,
right? Like I'm doing that work.
Sounds good. What I can do, if you really want to go by the job description, I will just add it to the job description. And this is part of your job description. This is I'm your manager, so this is actually something that I can do to really, my responsibility is to take care that things are getting done that need to be done. And so I think I'm gonna send you an email with the revised job description. And if you need our mutual boss signature, I'll get it there, and I'll talk to you then. After
you
the
can send
email.
it to me, but just so you know, I'm gonna reach out to HR and talk about this because that's not in my job description. So I'm gonna be pretty clear with them.
Yeah, sounds good. Unfortunately, HR really cannot see into the job descriptions. That's really up to the CEO also to determine. And they are looking for a new team member. So hopefully we'll get, somebody new. But temporarily, somebody needs to get it done. And I already have my plate full. So this is, at least temporarily, this is what we need to do.
Whatever.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. So was quick, unpleasant exchange.
What do you think happened there, Lucie, from your perspective, trying to talk to me?
So from my perspective, I will take accountability, responsible for myself. And I would say I really didn't show much empathy there. Any empathy, I think. No validation. And I wasn't really asking you any questions and to explore how is it for you. I basically told you this is what needs to get done. I was even getting upset and pushed back. And I said, well, if you want to play it this way, then here it is. I'm going to update the job description. And so it wasn't really creating a safe environment, but I was actually creating an unpleasant environment where instead of, I assume you feeling better, you felt even more and more resistance and upset. And almost
Mm-hmm.
like, well, if this is going to continue, I'm out as well.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
assume that would
Mm-hmm.
go in that direction. How was that for you from
I
your
mean,
side?
absolutely. It was just you were not listening to me and you were just plowing ahead. And some of the things you said probably would get you in trouble with HR. Maybe not in trouble. You won't get in trouble for anything you said, but certainly HR does have specific policies. Like you couldn't just
Mhm.
change my job description. That'd be
Yeah.
wild if you could just change
Hmm.
people's job descriptions without them thinking about it. And you know, it's just not conducive. You're not having a conversation, even though you need like. And here's the hard part: you need to get things done.
True.
Like outside of me being in the situation, we get it. You and I get it. People listening get it. Like we have to get things done somehow, and we can't always. We'll sometimes have to do things above and beyond what our job description is. But that's not the way to go about it. Just kind of hammering it home and pushing through.
It actually didn't lead to the desired outcome. It seems we left it somewhere where you said, okay, whatever. And
Yeah.
I will send you the email, but we really it didn't seem it was a productive ending, and both of us felt upset. So should we do round two?
Let's try it again. Now let's see how you could do it in a more efficient, or not efficient, but a more effective way.
Let's see what's gonna happen. Hey Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, Lucy. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you for asking. I have this challenge. Do you have like maybe 15 minutes at least or half an hour? Or is your time
Yeah, I
today?
have 15 minutes. I have something I need to get ready for a meeting later today, but I have 15 minutes. What's up?
Alrighty. Thank you so much. So here is a challenge. You know, James left the company.
Yep, good riddance.
Yeah. And here is the challenge. We have extra reports, extra work to do by
Mm.
the end of week. Unfortunately, I found out these reports were not finished on time. And so the full deadline is this week, Friday.
Ugh.
And my plate is completely full. I can try do something, but then other things might not get done. And so I wanted to invite you to brainstorm here with me. How can we get it done? Is there something that you temporarily could put, take care of? I know this is not completely your what you sign up for to do here, but I really was hoping we could co-create some creative problem solving here. How we get this job done. I know
Yeah,
it's a tough situation.
it's not stuff that I do. So I don't know how to do it. And so I won't be a very good help. I don't know, like, is there anybody else on the team that could help? Whether it's Bethany or Jen, like, is there nothing you can take on because you have much better visibility than either of us have into it anyway.
That's a good question. I mean, I could take piece of it, very small piece of it. I will also have a conversation with Jen. That was my next step that I really want to make sure that I talk with anybody. She wasn't able to join our meeting today. I wanted also her to be there. But I
Yeah.
also wanted to check with you anything that you get from here's the list of his things. Is there any at least one thing that you know how to do that you might take on just temporarily for
No,
now?
because I've never done the financial stuff. I've never done whatever that reconciliation is. I don't even know what that means. Um, yeah, I've never done any of that stuff before.
So how about because Jen might possibly help me out with this one. I wonder because you were filling in for Jen sometimes, if you could take on her something from her plate, and then um, Jen can help me take care of the financial data.
Um, Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I could take on
Oh,
something
Chris, you're the best.
um that she usually takes care of. I know she usually takes care of some of the admin stuff and some of the email coordination stuff, and I could do that.
Yeah. So
Um, so if is it just for this week?
So this could be for longer. We need to really, I think, figure out together as a team how we are going to approach it so nobody gets burned out, because I really care about you guys so you don't get burned out and still the work needs to get
Yeah.
done. So how about we do this for this week and then we meet again and we figure out how can we move forward before they hire somebody else,
Okay.
and how as a
Yeah,
team we can survive this together without
sure.
any one person burning out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'll do it this week, but I really don't want to take it on the whole time because that's
Makes
way too
sense.
much.
Makes sense. It is. I completely get it. How about you guys have a meeting together? I don't need to micromanage you. You figure out together what she can give you and what she can take on. And then we can have at the end of the week or maybe beginning of next week meeting together, maybe Thursday, based on our schedules. So we can really start planning like if this is a month, this month, what really needs to happen and prioritize together as a team.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate you
All right.
and your
Thanks, Lucy.
flexibility with this. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
appreciate it. Thanks.
See you. Bye.
Wait, what happened? You got me to do something I don't want to do.
Yay!
How did that happen?
So, would you want to go first with how was this for you?
I mean, I think it was definitely much less confrontational. I want to include a detail that you did well both times is I essentially said I said it out loud this time, but I essentially implied that it was good that James left, that he's gone
Yeah.
both times, and you didn't comment on that. So that's actually really good. You didn't say, yeah, good thing he's gone. Very good. This time I think it was great that you framed it as this is a problem. How can we solve it together? I think that was a better way of instead of telling me I have things I need for you to do. Instead, you're like, come alongside. I got this problem. What would you do? How would you handle this? And I still tried to give you, no, I'm not going to take anything on. And, you kept thinking about how can we be more creative about the situation. So I think overall your approach was the you had in mind what the overall goal was, which was you need to distribute the workload somehow across this team. You weren't concerned about how it's going to be distributed. You were more concerned about that it needs to get distributed somehow, and the work still needs to get done. So I think that was an important mindset to have to keep in mind, so that you don't get frazzled by me saying, "Well, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so I can't take anything on."
True. And it was if you also brought up other colleagues in a way, you contributed your ideas. Maybe some other people could take it on, which
Mm-hmm.
supported me in, oh, actually, yeah, maybe that could help us. Part of the creative problem solving.
Yeah.
And then I ask a question, would you be willing to take on that? When that there's not that challenge, because I heard your challenge was, well, I've never done it before. It's not just, it's not in my job description, but
Mm,
also I don't have the skills, the knowledge to get it done.
yeah.
And actually something that you do have the skills knowledge to do. And you were so
Right.
kind to say yes, to take it on.
Yeah, somehow. I think that's the important point is when you get that pushback, I think it's easy for managers or anybody in this situation to assume what the pushback is about and then just try to put solutions in based upon what they think the problem is. And I think it's important to dig deep and figure out, like, you didn't ask directly this time. You still somehow got to it that I just don't know how to do this task.
Yeah.
And that's an important detail, right? Especially if you have a tight turnaround, you can't afford to like suddenly sit down and train me for like weeks on how to do this.
Absolutely. And then I also was thinking, do I even know you have access to the systems, especially
Mm,
financials? You might not even have the permit kind of the permission to that system or
right.
don't know how to operate the system.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so really asking also or being curious and having open mind rather than judging and saying, well, he doesn't want to do it because he is blah blah blah. but really being open-minded and listening for what is really the challenge. Of course, it's extra workload. Is that just that, or is that something else? And you actually shared, I actually don't know how to do it even.
Yeah. Right.
So what could be some other tips for the listeners when either they are the manager or they are somebody that is pushing back, maybe for this time, the manager?
Yeah, I gave you an out, so that's on me. But I do think that if you are managing a team of more than one person, that group conversation should happen first.
Yeah.
I think that group conversation should have happened before you have this one-on-one.
Absolutely.
And as a group, you say, let's this same and facilitate the same way. This is the problem. This guy left. We have all these things that still need to get done. And so as a group, let's figure out what's the priority, what needs to get done, what can we hold off until we hire somebody else, and who can pick up what parts, knowing that not everybody has the same skill sets. And if everybody has the skill sets and everybody just doesn't want to do it, we still got to get it done. So what can we shift around so that we can at least get this done temporarily?
I agree. I would also share, I hear you say we. It's not about me, and it's your problem now. I need you to do it, and you need to figure it out how to learn that, even if you don't know it. It's not my problem anymore. I'm the manager. I give you that. You should figure it out. No, it's really about us. It is our problem. How can we, all of us, solve this together so us as a team can get through this together?
Yep. Yeah, and I think you made me think of also, there's also the other type of manager, the other extreme, which is they're super nice and they don't want to delegate because they know it's extra. So then the manager kind of takes it on for themselves and they end up burning out because they're putting in, 20-hour days.
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy. And
divorced.
So the managers need to also do work. The managers need to delegate and they cannot do all the work themselves. That's also a true fact.
Yes. Yeah. One more thing, I don't know if we've mentioned it before, really also having empathy and sharing empathy and wanting to understand the other person's position and the challenge. And that wraps up today's episode on effective delegation and managing pushback from team members. How did we do? What did you like? What do you think we could do better? We really want to make this valuable for you. If you have your own experiences or questions about handling similar situations, we would love to hear from you. Drop us an email or comment on our social media channels. Your input could be featured in one of our upcoming episodes. And please don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more episodes like this and help us to support more people by leaving a rating or review on your favorite podcast platform. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and see you in the next episode.